Welcome back, Internet Detectives, to another installment of the Ben Drown Timeline video series. This time, we'll be going over Jed Usable's second update to his rebooted ARG and break down all of the information discovered in this recently uploaded video. But before we get started, over the past few months, a few of you have asked about new episodes of the John is Dead Timeline series. It's been about a year and a half since I've updated that, and it's due to a lot of real-life events. I quite simply haven't had the time to update. But I'm newly inspired, so expect John is Dead Timeline updates soon. With that said, let's get started. On March 19th, Jed Usable uploaded a new video to his YouTube channel. The video was titled Hubris.wmv. Like the last video, there was binary in the description box that read, Attempt 15. Trying again. I doubt I can reach these two at the same time. He moves. The beginning of the video starts off with flashing imagery, while a voice can be heard. The following scene is an image of a ransacked living room with a text box that typed out, Disassociation was our biggest enemy. We had grown too accustomed to our comfortable life. Back then, we were safe. While imperfect, almost every single need we had was abetted by the deftly woven nets we had constructed over the centuries. But the human mind is hardwired for conflict and will instinctively seek it out at any cost. It is an inescapable trait written into our genetic memory. With no immediate obstacles present, we either devoted our time to fine-tuning the systems we had or invented problems of our own. We had to feel like we were conquering something after all, because the average man's life had become routine and boring. In fact, it was so much so that we had people killing themselves over how routine and boring it was, if you can even believe that. We had grown so entitled to our comfortable life that when the bottom dropped out, it wasn't fear that prevented us from acknowledging it, it was arrogance. Even as a series of global events began to rack the world, we had the audacity to stare up at the sky, loudly clear our throat and shout, "One horseman at a time, please," before going back inside to watch television. Most people had their own preference of denial. Some would drown in despair with drugs or drink. Some would reason that this would all blow over. Some held out hope for the government to save them. Whatever their method was, they all refused to deny that things might be forever changing, and that our way of life was proving to be ephemeral. We then see Link spawn in a glitchy clock town. In the distance we can see the clock tower with the door open and the moon hovering dangerously close above it. We then see an unknown player select a game file named End. And the video goes dark. It seems as though this story takes place during some sort of post-societal collapse, a reflection of the clock town shown in the video. A once perfectly contented society upended by human nature and calamitous events. But how does this narrative work within the storyline of Ben Drowned? Consider this. The Moon Children believed a great calamitous event would befall the world, and they would be the ones who survived through the act of ascension. Could this be within the post-apocalyptic world of the Moon Children? As of now, that's yet to be determined. In the text portion of the video, the word something is highlighted. Like the last update, the reason for this is currently unknown. The video itself is tagged, Change the World. Is this a call to action by the GM? How can we, the player, change the world? Will we be able to affect the reality this story is set in like we could in the past? The connections to the previous arcs are beginning to make appearances. The voice heard in the video is Rosa from the very first uploaded video on the channel.
I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say.
And what about the flashing light? It looks oddly familiar to the scenes from Ryukaki's video, Sounds. And finally, one more mystery that was uncovered. If you convert the video to a sound file, you can uncover a spectrogram that reads, "Can you hear me?" Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to see more update analysis. And head on over to the Internet Detectives Discord to hang out with us and discuss Jad Usable's ARG as well as John is Dead. As always, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.